At 58 years old, Mike Tyson once said that boxing wasn't just a sport, it was survival, a test of pride, endurance, and truth. But somewhere along the line, that truth has been blurred. The time has come, as Stephen A. Smith boldly declared, to take the gloves off when it comes to Jake Paul. Smith didn't find the idea of Jake facing Gervonta Tank Davis entertaining. He found it absurd. His words cut through the noise like a right hook. Jake Paul, he said, is extremely bigger than Tank, and that fact alone exposes what this so-called matchup truly is, a spectacle, not a sport. Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned fighter, has built his brand on controversy and viral moments, taking on opponents that guarantee headlines rather than real challenges. To Smith, this fight represents everything wrong with modern boxing, an era where marketing outweighs merit and skill takes a backseat to social media hype. He recognizes that he's too big for him, Smith repeated, his tone carrying frustration and disbelief. The weight gap between these two isn't just noticeable, it's enormous. Tank fights at 135 pounds, while Jake walks around well over 200. That's more than 60 pounds of muscle and reach separating them. This isn't a contest, it's theater. Even so, the circus has rolled into town once again. Tank's coach, Calvin Ford, spoke with conviction about his fighter's future. He didn't mince words when asked who should face Davis next. He wants all the names who ran their mouths: Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, and Ryan Garcia. These are real fighters, Ford argued, the ones who've questioned Tank's greatness and deserve a chance to feel it firsthand. For him, this isn't about revenge, it's about respect. All them fights we want, they have no choice, he said firmly. They're gonna take the fight when it's time. But instead of heading toward those long-awaited matchups, Tank is walking straight into a carnival of contradictions, an exhibition bout that offers no legacy, no lesson, just a larger paycheck. Comedian Aries Spears summed up the public sentiment best when he called the upcoming fight a circus. Still, even Spears admitted that Tank's talent might end the show early. He predicted a third-round knockout, swift, brutal, definitive. His take reflects the strange duality surrounding this matchup. Fans know it's ridiculous, yet they can't look away. That's the genius and the tragedy of modern boxing. It's become entertainment disguised as competition. And then there's the betting world, which has already weighed in. Gervonta Davis sits as a favorite at 240, while Jake Paul's plus 190 odds reveal just how unpredictable this clash of dimensions truly is. The numbers can't hide the absurdity. One man is a trained, undefeated knockout artist in his prime. The other, a social media mogul who's turned controversy into currency. Boxing fans like Stephen A. Smith have been begging for the sport to return to its roots, meaningful rivalries, skill-driven matchups, and fights that define careers. Smith has been vocal about wanting Tank to fight real contenders like Ryan Garcia again, or Shakur Stevenson, who could genuinely test him. To Smith, these are the fights that make legends, not meaningless exhibitions that mock the sanctity of the ring. But Jake Paul knows exactly what he's doing. He's a master manipulator of hype, a man who's managed to reshape boxing into something unrecognizable yet undeniably profitable. Critics call it disrespect, fans call it fun. Either way, it works. He's created a lane where the lines between credibility and chaos no longer exist. Jeff Mayweather, a man who's seen the sport evolve through every era, expressed concern about the fight's very premise. Boxing, he said, has divisions for a reason, to protect athletes and ensure fairness. The massive difference in weight, height, and reach between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis doesn't just skew the fight, it endangers its legitimacy. I don't even understand why the fight is happening, Mayweather admitted. It makes no sense. Carl Froch, never one to hold back, went further. He called the matchup a joke, accusing Jake Paul of strategically avoiding real challenges and instead chasing easy paydays. He's fighting one of Anthony Joshua's legs, Froch mocked, highlighting the absurd size difference. For Froch and other veterans, Jake's rise represents the corrosion of boxing's traditions. The sport once built on grit and respect is now ruled by algorithms and viral spectacle. Daniel Cormier, respected across all combat sports, echoed similar frustration. To him, the outcome is predictable and the risk unbalanced. This isn't competition. It's a stunt. Cormier argued. The weight difference doesn't just make it unfair, it changes everything. Stamina, punch resistance, the very way fighters move. What once defined boxing, the idea of two evenly matched warriors testing their limits, has been replaced by a cash-driven masquerade. And yet, beneath the criticism, the machine keeps running. Every headline, every angry tweet, every YouTube rant adds fuel to the fire. The same analysts condemning the event are, ironically, keeping it alive. It's a cycle of outrage and profit, a dance where integrity loses but attention wins. Promoters, networks, and sponsors all benefit from the chaos. Every insult is a commercial. Every moral stance is marketing. Gervonta Davis himself has been a mystery in this equation. Not long ago, he confessed to losing his passion for boxing, struggling with depression, fatigue, and disillusionment. Rumors of retirement began swirling, yet suddenly, here he is, stepping into an exhibition that promises tens of millions. Perhaps money does revive motivation. Perhaps spectacle sells better than spirit. Tank's coach and others close to him defend the decision as a business move, a financial windfall too massive to ignore. After making around $40 million from his fight with Ryan Garcia, Tank is poised to double that against Jake Paul. It's hard to walk away from that kind of payday, but with every step he takes toward the circus tent, he moves further from the Hall of Champions. Jake Paul, meanwhile, continues to play puppet master. He knows how to keep his name trending, his fights viral, his critics loud. Love him or hate him, he's cracked the code. Call out someone impossible, get the world angry, then cash the check. He did it with Mike Tyson. He did it with Nate Diaz. Now he's doing it with Gervonta Davis. People say they won't watch, but they always do. In the end, this fight isn't just a clash between two men. It's a mirror reflecting what boxing has become. A business, a brand, a show. What once separated the sport from spectacle has dissolved under the bright lights of social media. Purists mourn it, promoters exploit it, and audiences, well, they can't help but watch. So as the cameras flash, and the world debates, one question lingers. Is this still boxing, or just performance art wrapped in gloves? Jake Paul's rise and Gervonta Davis's willingness to meet him halfway have forced the sport to confront its own identity. Legacy or likes, competition or cash, respect or relevance. But now I'll throw it to you. What do you think about this matchup? Is Jake Paul destroying boxing or simply evolving it? Should Tank Davis have refused this fight to protect his legacy, or is he just playing the game smarter than the rest? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaking up the fight world. Because one thing's for sure, when the gloves finally come off, the truth always lands the hardest.